For me, there's a simple rule in politics. Never, ever be surprised by what happens in politics.
The face of truth is open. The eyes of truth are bright. The lips of truth are ever closed. The head of truth is upright. The breast of truth stands forward. The gaze of truth is straight. Truth has neither fear nor doubt. Truth has patience to wait. The words of truth are touching. The voice of truth is deep. The law of truth is simple. All you sow, you reap. The soul of truth is flaming. The heart of truth is warm. The mind of truth is clear and firm through rain and storm. Facts are only its shadow. Truth stands above all sin. Great be the battle of life. Truth in the end shall win. The image of truth is the cross. Wisdom's message is its rod. The sign of truth is Christ, and the soul of truth is God. Life of truth is eternal. Immortal is its past. Power of truth shall endure. Truth shall hold to the last.
I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. It's a depression. Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job. The dollar buys a nickel's worth. Banks are going bust. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street, and there's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. We know the air is unfit to breathe, and our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living room. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crying in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it. My life has value.
NewsSpin is the best. Listen up. NewsSpin is the best. Me say listen up massive. NewsSpin is the best, yeah. Better than every talk show. The most conscious monitor talk show. All across the world. Check the signal, it blaze up the airwave. NewsSpin on your radio, hear me now. Tune in the frequency, come along, Junior. NewsSpin a vice up the play. NewsSpin is the best. Listen to the massive. NewsSpin is the best. Knowledge must abound. NewsSpin is the best. Fancy mount knock a play way. NewsSpin is the best. Papa Bondier by team, all man. Across the land, all across the globe. Echoes of voices, we join in hand. Harmony rising with the afternoon sun. Come along, NewsSpin has begun. NewsSpin is the best. Better than every talk show. The most conscious monitor talk show in the world. The true facts about Sophia volcano, Sandy Beach, banana and Sneem mango. Voices from the chat room, the capital Castries Hills. We feel you on Caribbean breeze. Teaching the truth, making hearts feel ease. Knowledge must open up every mind. Learn about your island home. We leave no one behind. NewsSpin for your radio. Pull up the volume, Jay. NewsSpin for your radio. Pull up your seats. Afternoon time. NewsSpin for your radio. Come along. NewsSpin for your radio. Let the message strong.
Happy Wednesday to you. Welcome to another edition of the world's most monitored talk show in the world, of course. Long time we have not been on. The last time we had a broadcast was on Friday of last week. We had to take a break to facilitate the hosting of St. Lucia Carnival, and of course it climaxed yesterday. So we hope that you had yourself a great time and you're all set right now to be back on track and to focus on the things that really would have a positive impact on your life, maybe a negative one, but it's definitely time to focus on those relevant issues. We've got up until 2 o'clock this afternoon. We'll be taking your calls at 452-2979, 452-2979. Your WhatsApp calls and messages, 716-2026, 716-2026. And the broadcast, well, I'm solo today, and Jante is not with us. She'll not be with us for a while. So from time to time, I'll be checking in on you regarding your comments and your behavior in the chat rooms via Facebook and YouTube, and we might have a few updates to share with the wider world. We have to apologize because we are not online. We are on Facebook and YouTube, but we are not online via streamer and tune in and so on. So we apologize to you. Know that by now you'd have gotten the message, and you will follow the broadcast via Facebook as well as YouTube and Power 97.9 FM. Let us not be distracted. And I know that right now you're tired. Maybe you're barely awake trying to follow this broadcast. But that is the motive of certain people in this society, and that is to keep you distracted so that you focus on, as Sir John Compton would say, the wailily, the whining, and the imbibing and losing focus. And then before you know it, you realize that there is a lot at stake. Your freedom, your security as a people, your survival, the reputation of your country. And this is at your expense of future generations, but it is to the benefit of a small section of the St. Lucian society. And we're not saying don't have a good time. We are saying try your utmost to put yourself in a position where you can multitask. You have a good time. It's like a good student. You go out there, you have a good time, but you know when to take a break, hit the books, because you have exams coming up, and you do not want to fail your exams, because you know that long after the exams, there's life. There's your future as a student, and the same should definitely obtain as far as you are a citizen and the role that you have to play. We had a great time, I'm sure. Most of you had a great time at Carnival. But imagine what most of you had to go through as productive citizens of this country. Living home, particularly if you're living in the north and other parts of the capital, nearby communities, going to work. What was the experience for you earlier today? Traffic. Vehicular traffic. Bumper to bumper traffic. Why? Because those whose responsibility it is to ensure that long after the fete, long after the merriment and all the excitement, that the environment has to be created whereby, especially if it is avoidable, you're going to go to work lakutim as usual without having to experience that major headache, that fiasco that so many of you had to experience today. We apparently don't have it within us to have the foresight to do the requisite planning, to realize that if we have to clear the streets of garbage, of refuse, of those various things that we used to host Carnival, they had to be cleared, and they could have been cleared in the wee hours of today. Midnight until 4 and 5 o'clock this morning, the roads are cleared by 6. People go to work unhindered, because we have to be productive as a people. We have to have fun. Yes, we can have fun, but we have to be productive. And there's so many things that are beyond our control. But, we don't account for things that we definitely can take care of. So no one thought about this? Not your Castries, constituencies, council, not the organizers of Carnival. And I'm sure that many of you right now probably wondering why this is an issue on NewsSpin. It is because so many of us are short-sighted. And we don't understand that there's a value to our time. If you're stuck in traffic for 3 hours, and normally you'd be in traffic for 30 minutes, and then you'd head to work, you'd arrive at work, etc. But if you're stuck in traffic for 2 hours and 3 hours and so on, it comes at a cost to you and to your employer when you report to work late, and to customers. And there's so many other attendant problems. Last year we went through this. This year we're going through the same bad experience. And next year it will be more of the same. And yet still we are striving to become a developed country. But we continue on our merry way in maintaining the habits of a developing nation. We can't pass the status of developing to developed. And development does not entail only so-called GDP, economic growth. There's Human Development Index and other niggling issues like wasting time, being unproductive, when definitely we can, at least in certain instances, be on par with countries like Japan and Singapore and China and a number of other nations. And those are the small things. If we cannot get those things right, what about the other challenges that could appear to people who do not take the initiative as issues that are insurmountable, things that are beyond us, beyond our capacity? And those are the things that we need to focus on, we need to stress on, we need to highlight if we are going to become a more progressive country. But in the environment, the era of people selling out. Why highlight those issues when some authority, some government official, some government minister can put a spoke in your wheel, can deny you of certain opportunities because you are too upfront? Well, there are occasions when social media can be and is being put to positive use. What, to a large extent, apart from NewsSpin, mainstream media would ignore and would avoid. There are some individuals who are tackling those issues head on, irrespective of the fallout, the negative fallout. And one such individual is Calvin Appa Edward, putting the spotlight on mainstream media, saying you are not doing what is expected, what is required of you, because what you're doing is currying favor with certain sections of the society.
Where are they now? Where are they now? Where are they, all them heroes in this country? Where are y'all? Y'all dead and gone. Huh? All those who are supposed to stand up for humanity in St. Lucia, y'all sell out. Y'all dead and gone. Y'all are living deads. Living deads. Walking around among the living deads. Walking among the living. Watching me have a talk show. You can make a difference in the country and he take the side of the wicked. Watch her. Because they give her a little right to drive. She working in the media. She sell out. Huh? Watch them. The media house. Because they give them a little ad, because the government ministers going to have a little talk show on the radio station, they sell out. Watch them. Watch them. Their restaurant and the waterfront, you know, they sell out the country. They worry about their restaurant. Watch them. They're friends with the devils, they're friends with the Baphomets, so they're happy. They don't care about the St. Lucian people, the 160,000 people are suffering from them wicked 17 people and their friends and families. Watch them, they sell out. St. Lucians, they all sell out. Media houses, sell out. Media personnel, sell out for VIP ticket.
Calling certain sections of the St. Lucian society out. Calvin Appa Edward accusing certain individuals of selling out. And people like to accuse us of reaching our conclusion and not providing the evidence. We need to provide any evidence that we have a bunch of sellouts in this St. Lucian society of ours. For them, the government can do no wrong. If they enter into a deal with us now, and they cannot provide us with the information surrounding that deal, how much it is costing you, the taxpayer, and we highlight this, we are a sellout. GBH signing a deal with the government of St. Lucia. We don't know the particulars. What's in it for St. Lucia in particular? The authorities are so cagey. That's not selling out. On the other hand, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, so forthcoming. A press conference after the signing. Revelation after revelation. And we're not coming to our senses as far as those things are concerned. We definitely can do better. There's nothing preventing you from being a die-hard supporter of any of the island's political parties, but holding the authorities' feet to the fire, irrespective of which party that's in office. And whatever crumbs you're getting, you're being bought and you don't understand it. You're being given what is yours. It is yours. Government officials, ministers, politicians, etc., when they appear to be magnanimous, rest assured, it is not coming from their pocket. Whatever they're giving to you is not coming from their pocket. And you ought to know that by now. And time after time, when they shut you up by those handouts, later, what is imposed on you? Taxes. And then you are forced to suffer in silence, to keep quiet, because you have been paid off and you make all kind of excuses, and taxes are being imposed on you left, right, and center. One other issue before we open the lines. This boat accident which occurred between Saturday evening and into the wee hours of Sunday, leaving several people injured, and at least, I'm told, 4 people have lost their lives. Up to this morning, there's a video that's been in circulation. I think a body of a male individual was recovered from the waters, and we are not able to identify that person. But most of the individuals who have perished, I'm told, are either from Choiseul or from Soufrière. And we'd like to definitely extend condolences to the families, the affected individuals. Very soon, the likes of the St. Lucia Air and Seaports Authority, the Marine Police, and other authorities in St. Lucia would be in a better position to provide us with official information regarding this tragedy. But we all should spare a thought for the families of those people who have perished and also injured. And we can only do a couple of things, including learn from those unfortunate experiences. In most instances, they can be avoided. Let's learn from them, and let's put in place the various measures that are required, the various safeguards, so that they do not become the norm. But very often, there are regulations. It's just that they are not being properly policed. We open the lines right now to take your calls at 452-2979, 452-2979. Your WhatsApp calls and messages, 716-2026, 716-2026. Let's see if we have some of your messages to go through. And somebody says that this past weekend, Saturday and Sunday, there's a carnival in Scarborough, Ontario in Canada. As the last bands passed, the streets were being cleaned behind them. On Sunday, after the events ended, the cleaning started. Monday morning, the place was clean and back to its original state. St. Lucia can and needs to do better. That is according to a WhatsApp message. Let's try to go through some more of your messages. Remember the number to call, 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages, 716-2026. We'll see if you have a call on the landline, but in the meantime, a WhatsApp message reads, I would like to express my utter disgust at what I saw on the Bum Bum Wall this year. I'm referring to the guy who put his mouth on the woman's private part for a few seconds. I think this guy should be charged because this was too blatant. I never judge people who are enjoying themselves on the road, but this blatant public indecency is on another level. This act of his gives credence to the people who are against the wall to begin with because of what they see as immorality, although the premise of their claim is mostly religious. I'm very sickened by this, and I'm sure globally it was stunning. We have a call via WhatsApp. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin. You are on the air.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Good afternoon, Tim.
Good afternoon to you,
Welcome
caller.
back from your long holiday.
Thank you, sir.
I trust you were enjoying yourself on the Bum Bum Wall.
No, not at all. That
Not you. I thought it was you.
that would be big news in St. Lucia. But
I tell you.
I took the
that would be real big news.
I took the opportunity to just rest myself. Okay, caller?
Yeah. Good, Tim. The last comment you made there, I'd just like to say a little something on concerning that boat incident. I would, well, first before I say anything, send condolences to the families of those people who lost loved ones. It was a very sad occasion, for young people to be losing their lives in that manner. But I would really, really want to hope, Tim, that something good could come out of that disaster and a thorough investigation is done as to why another boat would collide with another boat. I find it's difficult because if a boat is supposed to be littered up, how comes another boat can just enter another boat? I mean,
one heading to the south and the other heading to the north.
Exactly. And so how can you not see a boat? To me, a boat is supposed to be like a car. You're supposed to have headlights. You're supposed to have lights. So this is a mystery to me. I don't want to say too much on it, but I would just like to hope, Tim, that a thorough investigation is done and testimonies can be given. And then if we are found wanting in terms of enforcement on rules, which is the number one thing in St. Lucia, the apparent lawlessness that pervades every sector of this country, and it goes, just goes on perpetuating. Nobody seems to care. I don't know, Tim, what's going on in this country. So I'd like to shift to my main point, having just made that point about what you opened with, and is that the traffic congestion, and the traffic congestion was caused, Tim, by the lanes in the Poleon road there on the John Compton Highway, whatever they call it, Cashville to Grizzly Highway, being closed to facilitate cleanup. I mean, Tim, it is so difficult for me to understand why would cleanup be a necessity at between 7:30 and 8 o'clock in the morning. How could that override the necessity, the need for people to get to work? I came down to town, Tim, the whole sidewalk of the Grizzly bus stand loaded with people. There must have been at least 300 people on there waiting for buses. I mean, can you imagine the lack of productivity? What are we doing? And Tim, this is not like something, that's a one-off event, We've been going through this thing every carnival. Why are we not learning?
What does that say about the people of St. Lucia? What does that say about us? What does that say about us?
But,
no.
Tim,
I
don't know how to explain it, Tim. I really do not know how to, because I feel disgusted. I know you feel disgusted because you spoke about it. And I'm sure there are other people who would probably speak about it. But it doesn't seem that our disgust is being met, with any kind of seriousness by the powers that be. We are going through these things.
And who do you blame for that? Who do you blame for that, caller? Who do you blame?
But Tim, there is what we call a government, Tim. That's why we go and put our fingers in the ink and appoint people to take care of the country.
On this occasion, I'm not blaming the government. You elect. Listen, caller.
But doesn't it always end and start with the government?
You elect a government, as we've been hearing from certain government ministers, so that the government can preside over your affairs for the next 5 years. You put the kind of confidence in the government and trust in the government, because you know that the government will be working in your interest. So you keep quiet for the next 4 to 5 years and allow the government to govern. That is the message that's being sold to us, caller. That is what is being sold to us.
So in the meantime, the country on autopilot.
Let the people govern.
Let the people govern.
Let the government
govern.
So
what's the point of me putting my hand in the ink and trusting the people to go there and represent my interests?
Yeah, but you put your trust in the government and allow the government to work for you. But Connor, that is what has been told to us. And we buy it,
yes, exactly.
Hook, line, and sinker.
No. Well, I'm not one of the buyers, Tim. I am definitely not one of the buyers. I don't subscribe to the mediocrity that perpetuates St. Lucia. There is not one sector. There's nothing I can think of in St. Lucia, Tim. I can say, boy, that thing is working well. There is nothing I can think of in St. Lucia that's working well. everything is a joke in St. Lucia. We don't care. It's just a whole bunch of craziness. Look, right now, you have Flo. Flo has taken a business decision to cancel analog. So we have no more landline. So right now, Lucilec is going through whatever problem Lucilec going through. So once Lucilec is down, the whole country is down. You can make a call. You cannot do this. You cannot do that. We are like sitting ducks. So where are we going when everybody can just do whatever they want and we don't seem to have any governance? Tim, I don't know. But I sincerely hope that our pleas will be heard this time around. And next year, Carnival, the Wednesday, people can return to normalcy because everybody has we gave you all 2 days for fun and bacchanal and whatever, but life has to return to normal by Wednesday. And it is unacceptable for the road to be closed at 8 o'clock in the morning. If you all can't make it for 8 o'clock, start at 9, when at least most people would have gotten to work by then.
Caller,
but do something so that you all are thinking differently.
Caller, let's be realistic. Whatever happened on our streets yesterday would have ended about what time? Let's say the roads have been cleared at least by 9 o'clock. No, 9 o'clock last evening?
I think it was earlier than that. I don't know, Tim, because to me somebody told me by 4 o'clock the roads were clear on Monday.
Okay.
So I don't know. I'm not sure. But so I didn't follow it, so I cannot really...
If the roads were cleared yesterday by, let's say, 9 p.m., 10 o'clock...
That's ample time. That's ample time.
You start to clear the streets from 10 o'clock. Now, there's an eyesore every year it happens. The tents are still on the roadside. Tent after tent after tent. Pallet after pallet. Stage. You have stages all over the place. When you think they'll be cleared, I could assure you, probably by Monday of next week. Probably by Monday of next week. If we cannot take care, of the little things,
a simple thing like that, you think is my health, you think is my education, you think is my pension, you think is the exorbitant fees we are being made to pay by telecommunication companies here in St. Lucia. Where are we going? Telecommunication companies tell you they're upgrading their system. And over the years, Tim, have we ever gotten any decrease in our telecommunication bills? No, it just keeps going up all the time. So all the time, the companies keep going up and you keep going down. Where is the balance? Who is presiding over the balance that the customers are getting some value for money and not the companies just keep on piling on their profits? Anyway, Tim, I'm very disappointed in what happened there with that kind of thing because this morning I had my plans and my plans were put back about a whole hour because my barber was stuck in traffic. I had to wait for him.
I went through the same experience.
They had a whole bunch of people on the Grosley bus stand waiting to get to work. They couldn't get to work. Traffic jam. And it was all because of cleanup. And we can do better than that and we should be better than that. And there's no excuse for that anymore. We have to make a right about turn and change that foolishness that's going on there. And not just for Carnival, after any major event, we should be able to get things in place that the country could get back to normalcy after these events have taken place. Thank you very much, Steve.
Caller, we'll be discussing that same issue. God spare our lives on a particular Wednesday next year. Okay?
I want to keep hope alive and hope something will be done. Let's keep hope alive.
All right, sir. Thank you so much for calling.
Okay.
452-2979. Your WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. I think we have another call via WhatsApp. Good afternoon.
Hey, brother Tim.
Good afternoon to you, caller.
Yeah. Let me tell you what I can. I listen in there to the slice of the gym. Really, it's like every time. As I told you, remember me talking to you about the situation where Wasco is going on and we should never miss what is going on. Everything here is done in reverse. They're not proactive. They're just reactive. You understand? As I told them over and over, and I mentioned that to you a couple of eons ago, I left them with a plan. When there's too much rain, sediment coming down. I tell them, look to nature. Look at the beaver, the way they start from big log to small, and at the end of the river, the streams water crystal clear. I say we can't do it with log, but there's such a thing as stainless steel. You use that in certain sections until you get to the water. That's when in the dry season, tell them do something like a dome over the extract where the intakes are. So, and they have people periodically taking off the leaves from the bamboo, because this is the one that really. So at the end of the day, is water, because nowhere in St. Lucia, you're talking about drought. I think I can bring you and see they have wells in St. Lucia. Clean, the water is good. Apart from that, anywhere you dig in St. Lucia, you're in water. No matter how dusty you'll get water. So St. Lucia is not a place that meets in water. It is the managing of the water.
Well, what I will do one of those days is to play the contribution that you made to the broadcast a few months ago.
But look at the time they finished it. You mean by next morning, you go in down and people late for hundreds of people on a bus stop waiting for buses. These people are too reactive. That's the same thing Wasco doing. It was WASA the same way. They're doing the same thing every day. They see the problems. It's like the people above. I'm not blaming the little workers, and these are the ones that are getting the insults from the community. But it's the people that are managing wrong things. They are the ones that are doing the problems. They are the ones that are causing the problems you have in the state. You know, so if you do something, you realize that's the result. Next step, do something else. Or at least take advice. But that one I've got a doctor's in his name, or that one is not. That one's son, they don't listen to you. And then the same thing happens here.
Keep the rest of the poor in line. They just throw handouts, pittance, just to keep them fed until the hunger comes back again. Another call. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin. You are on the air. Hello.
Good afternoon. Tim, how are you?
I'm okay, ma'am. How about you?
Very good. I'm actually ecstatic because, when you look at the performances of the Spain football team and also Julian Alfred last weekend, I think there's so much positive in that for us as a country. Mm-hmm. So many things that we can learn as a country. And even with the issue the young man discussed earlier with respect to the lack of standards and trying to achieve goals, who is setting those goals for us? In Julian's case, she sat with her team and they worked a plan throughout her life so she could get there. This is what we must do. And when my colleague Sarah Flood made a request for us to review the system, it means that we had to take into consideration all the issues, that propelled Joy to find herself in the situation that she did with her husband. We need to improve on our systems, and the way you do that is you dedicate time and effort to continuous improvement and looking at your systems. If you don't look at it continuously, we will be there just spinning top in mud. When Julian won that race against Gabby, the last one, you saw how she moved into a different gear towards the end of the race. And it means that little movement we saw took time to build. And if we don't devote time to creating what we want in the right way, it will not happen, Tim. And so we have an excellent model of a young lady, and even Darren Sammy. These young people are at the world level showing us we cannot be lost, we cannot be hopeless as a country. Because to get there, to realize success, we must work at it. We may not be able to achieve perfection, but at least we can achieve excellence. And this is what we're seeing in these young people that we have today. So for me, all these cries that we are making, it means our systems need to be revisited. And so it is in poor taste for someone not to agree to take a critical look at all the systems in our country to ensure that it does well. And that calls for a reform of our public service and everything else so that we as a society can be better. The object of people putting government in office is to make society better. When government comes in, government takes the charge and do the work that is required of them to make it better. So when a citizen calls for a review of something, it is in that vein that they want to see the society better. Governments are elected to ensure that they serve the people and deliver better. You understand? We must not regress. We must continuously improve. And our young people must continuously see improvement. The sports people are showing you how to win. And how to win is to work hard, to dedicate yourself, to be disciplined, to get there. And if we don't do that in the critical areas of WASCO and all the other areas we've been complaining about, we will not get anywhere. So we need to see that effort being made to improve our systems, Tim. And one other thing I want to say, Tim, as I'm on this, I think, there are two issues for me. Being human is not being a human being. You understand? You can be human, but not necessarily a human being. And we've seen a lot of that in our society, because to be a human being means you have to be cultured, nurtured, compassionate. You have to understand and recognize that people have to be working in the space with you, and that no man is an island, and we have to work as a team to realize success. Until we don't realize that, as individuals first, we will continue to just be humans fighting each other because we are male and female and have our issues. But we need to be able to develop the skills to be able to work as a citizenry to realize the success that we want. And being human does not necessarily make you a human being. And I think we have a lot of people who are just human in our society, but they do not understand how to work together, how to make it happen, you understand, for the benefit of our society. So we have a lot of work to do, and we have great models internationally. The local models we've seen in leadership are failing us in some areas. We need to be able to address that. And I think the message from Julian would be to all of us as a society, we can do better, because she demonstrated that she could do better, and she will do better, and she'll continue to do better because she's in her prime of her life. And the prime, she has the right application, the right discipline, the right focus. That's how you get there. Unless that is not happening in our society, Crapo will smoke our pipe. So these are my few comments, Tim, and it's been a long time, but it's really getting to me now that we're doing so many things wrong, and we cannot seem to find our way. Too much is happening in this society that nobody cares about, and we can address so much. And we have the great models of Darren Sammy, Laverne Spencer. At least I can speak from the sports circles because that's where I came from. So I'm saying that can be done. And let us not let these people, these young people, Darren and not Darren, but what's her name, Julian's success be overridden and overshadowed by the nonsense we see in our society. Let us challenge everybody to put the best foot forward, you understand, to improve the standards that we offer our society. And let's get real. Wasco, I think I'll need to become what's the lady's name again? Makuled?
Makuled, yeah.
Because because it's now about 8 or 9 days. We've not had water in Babu. The underwater plant is 2 minutes away. So we need to fix that. All of these things we need to fix. Too many things to fix.
All we need in St. Lucia is 3 other Makuleds and Wasco.
Yes.
We'll get on track, trust me.
Absolutely. Okay, ma'am. But there's a lot more I can say, Tim. But we'll come to that in time. But the Julian success, I think I thought you'd give it headlines, this afternoon, to lift us up as a country.
Okay.
You need to remember those things. Yeah. Okay, Paul.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay. Bye.
Former government minister Fortuna Belrose. WhatsApp message: Tim, Labor Day in New York. While the last band is making its exit from Jumping Up, the police, they are ushering the bands out. The city cleanup crew is right after the police. And walking on Eastern Parkway, you would think that there was never a West Indian Day parade hours before. That's according to a WhatsApp message. Let's see if we have another call to go through. Once again, 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. Good afternoon to you. You are on the air. Hello.
Hi, Tim.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon to you, caller.
How are you doing, Tim? How was your weekend?
Very good. How was yours?
Oh, quiet. Very quiet.
All right. Okay.
Restful.
All right. Go ahead with your contribution,
Tim,
sir.
I want to touch on and that was a very good contribution from Ms. Belrose. I want to touch on 2 issues, Tim. Tim, the carnival, the cleaning of the street after carnival, I thought that was some years ago. There was a program for that where immediately after the band, the last band goes back to the start location. The city council would start cleaning, and that would take probably about an hour to 2 hours, assisted by the traffic police to get that done. So by the morning, there is no hold-up of the traffic on the Wednesday morning. I don't know if it changed. There was also a provision where the bands would use the eastern lanes. The lanes coming to Castries, Tim. They would go down that lane and come up that same lane, so that there would be one side of the road alone that would need cleaning. I don't know if that has changed. I'm not there again. I don't know. But what I'm hearing that your previous caller said is total madness to shut down the highway. Until there are many agencies involved in that. To shut down the highway, you need the police to do that. How can the police agree to do that with city council? How can that happen? Who's taking charge of the police? Because any blind man can see that will cause problems. So I don't believe there is any blind police. The commissioner, I don't think he's so blind that he will stand for that kind of nonsense. Anyway, we'll tune to that another time, Tim. Okay. Second point. Mm-hmm. Tim, the boating incident in Canaries over the weekend, and the incident in Guyana happened the same Saturday. I think ours may have happened after this. Tim, this is something that we have to look very, very close. I am not surprised about that boating incident. Based on what we know happens in our boat rides and so on, based on my observation over the years, when those things happen, I am not surprised anymore. But Tim, there are so many lessons to learn from that. I heard that a fourth body was recovered just this morning.
Yes, we got a video to that effect, yes.
Tim, I've been checking that over the weekend. That's what I stayed home doing the whole weekend. And there are more updates from Guyana. I'm seeing more updates from Guyana than I'm hearing from Connery, from St. Lucia. And there is a good reason why that's happening. Because we are tied up so much in one activity, we're not making provision. Let me tell you something. Tim, sometimes I say the police operations, I really have to question the mindset of some other persons who are in charge, Tim, did you see a video where when the police got on the site of the wreckage of where the boat went down, they're asking the fishermen who were present, where the people, and the guys answered them, they're already on the Canaries beach. Did you see that video?
Yes, I saw it.
Tim, that alone tells you all what we need to pay attention to. The police in a distress issue like that, situation like that, you tell me the police normally arrive late. The police comes there and they are asking the people, where the victims? Only that the victims have been moved to the beach. And you can see on the other videos, the ladies are lying down on the beach. One of them appeared to be dead and all the others injured around them. Tim, how could that happen? How can that happen? Where are the agencies? Today, Wednesday. This happened on Saturday. Today is Wednesday. Shouldn't we have some persons coming together, even though you don't have all information, Tim? But couldn't we have some update on that incident, a thing like that happening? 4 people dead, some probably still missing.
I imagine in such circumstances, sir, you activate your disaster preparedness committees.
Exactly.
Right? And you have those you ought to have those disaster preparedness committees in the various communities around St. Lucia. My good friends at Nemo, those people need to come into the picture as well. I mean, they don't like me to make reference to them as if they don't exist. But this is a major disaster, you know. So we need not just prepare for hurricanes and landslides and earthquakes and so on. We have a number of disasters that we have to attend to. And when they surface, we certainly have to be in a state of preparedness, sir. We ought to be.
Tim, 100% you correct. Tim, those persons who were on the boat who were rescued, they are valuable witnesses. Now, if you let everybody go, because you just drop people on the beach, there's nobody to manage them. You need to have a clear picture of what went on for your investigation. But everybody just going, people jumping over dead bodies on the beach, people. Tim, look at finally the Guyanese situation. Tim, it is my understanding that there are over 50 persons missing, you know. Persons who are on the manifest, persons who are recovered, saved, were not even on the manifest. A whole lot of disaster. Now you know why those things are happening, Tim. You know why this is happening, corruption in the system. Reports are already out that persons, when that ferry leaves, it is reported sometimes in different situations, Tim, that persons take speedboats and go and meet that ferry on the water, you know, and to get on it.
Mm-hmm.
So there is never a clear understanding of how many people. You think that doesn't happen, eh?
So what you
think
see,
that doesn't happen, eh?
What you see on the manifest is not the actual figure.
They don't know. So who they're looking for? Who the authorities are looking for? You're looking for 141 people, and there are 150 people or more that were on the boat. Even crew members died. They cannot even find them. So you don't even know who's on the boat. You know who is responsible for that? The authorities, the port people, the ferry people. And I bet you, I understand that they have arrested the captain for being high, Tim.
Under the
influence. They did blood tests and so. But Tim, we'll never learn. We will never learn. But Miss Barrows, good job, good call so far. The people know what has to be done, Tim, but it takes a lot of internal strength for us to get it right. But it will be a long journey, but we have to get it right, Tim. Thanks very much.
All right, sir. Thank you so much for your contribution, as always. Still to come on the most monitored talk show in the world. Could have felt her pain crying over a fire in a section of the nation's capital. We'll be back in just a moment with more of your calls, your WhatsApp messages, and of course, your discussion.
Advance your career at Lightspark Training with a globally recognized certification. Conveniently located on High Street, Castries, Lightspark offers a wide range of programs to make the most of your career. Certifications in project management, risk management, quality management, marketing, ACC accounting, human resources, Microsoft, Cisco, and IT technician certification, graphic design, web design, and programming. Complete a diploma in accounting in 6 months or a bachelor's degree in just over a year. Call us today at 451-8918 or visit us at www.lightspark.com.
Are you looking for premium quality, frozen fresh at an unbeatable price? Visit Kenty's today, your one-stop shop for wholesale and retail liquor and frozen foods. Now fully stocked with chicken wings, chicken legs, chicken necks, pigtails, turkey wings, and so much more. Visit Kenty's on Chaussee Road today or give them a call at 461-3446. Kenty's, frozen fresh, great prices, and service you can trust. Lucy left, got some knowledge.
Prepare for the hurricane season by ensuring trees and other objects on your property won't get tangled in overhead wires. Be careful. Ensure ladders and tools don't come within 10 feet of power lines. If a tree is near electrical lines, don't try to trim it yourself. Contact Lucelec at 452-2165 or 454-6617. Be smart, stay safe.
Lazarus's Funeral Home is here for you. Lazarus's Private Cemetery offers a peaceful resting place for your loved ones. With tranquil settings, visitation, and reflection, we believe in the compassionate care of all our departed loved ones. Lazarus's Private Cemetery, let us help you create a final resting place. Make it special. Make it Lazarus's Funeral Home, your friend in a time of need. Payment plans are available for tombs. Call us in Vidbuta at 452-7491 or in New Dock Road, VA4, 454-6555.
Epic Events and Events St. Lucia presents St. Lucia Mercury Fest Weekend, August 14th to 16th. A unique crossover event linking the English and French Caribbean. Saturday, Mercury Fest at Pigeon Island Beach featuring Meryl, Fanny J, DJ MJ, and top regional DJs. Sunday, the Boca Run along St. Lucia's spectacular West Coast for a chance to win 5,000 euros. Tickets available at 4circlestickets.com, Bezook.com, The Cell, and 6 Car Rental in the Rodney Bay Marina. Follow us on social media. St. Lucia Mercury Fest Weekend, supported by St. Lucia Tourism Authority.
The very popular Catch a Day is back, and the buzz is going around like a busy bee. And it makes sense because customers are guaranteed 15% off on all Kasha machines. People have been itching to hear this news, and it's finally here. The dates, August 28th and 29th, 2026. The place is Europa Hardware in Massad. The event is Catch a Day for the fathers, men and ladies too. Everyone wants to pay less and get more. This is your time. Vacuum cleaners, pressure washers, steam cleaners, upholstery cleaners, carpet cleaners, floor scrubbers, and more. Don't say if I knew. Now you know. 452-0763 Europa.
Clocked out. Now is the time to head up. Join us at the Bellevue Hotel Rooftop Lounge for the Rooftop After Work Lime, happening every last Thursday from June through November. We kick things off Thursday, June 25th from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Come through for sunset views, team cocktails, good music, great people, and the kind of lime that makes you forget about that work email. Bring your crew, meet somebody new, and enjoy a different seasonal vibe every month. Entry is US $40 per person. Space is limited, so don't get left downstairs. Call 456-1800 to reserve your spot. The Rooftop After Work Lime at Bellevue Hotel. Your new favorite way to end the month.
Every day, the pain is still there. Back, neck, shoulder, hip, chronic arthritis, pain down your leg to your toes, or heel pain when you put your foot on the ground. You've tried many things, but nothing works. Waiting will only make it worse. At La Clinique du Corps, we find the real cause of your pain using advanced MRI scans from head to toes with no radiation for more accurate results. Our specialist doctors provide faster diagnosis and effective treatment. Less pain, better movement, better life. All insurances accepted. Call now before it gets worse. 451-6559, that's 451-6559, or WhatsApp 721-9950. WhatsApp 721-9950. La Clinique du Corps. Stop suffering. Start living.
Flow makes your next phone upgrade easy. Add postpaid to your internet plan and score a Samsung Galaxy for as low as $47 a month. It's the smartest way to an interest-free premium phone upgrade. Don't let anything stand between you and that new phone feeling. Step into your upgrade with confidence. Visit us in store and sign up today. We keep your rhythm flowing. Terms and conditions apply.
Night Meds is your dependable neighborhood pharmacy. You'll notice that upon entry, you are greeted by caring professional staff, attentive to your every need. Your prescriptions are always treated with a high degree of confidentiality, and we pride ourselves on providing speedy, efficient service. We carry a wide array commonly requested over-the-counter products, and our prices are very competitive. We offer blood pressure testing, blood sugar, and cholesterol testing. We're open to fill your prescriptions Monday to Saturday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Come visit Sadu's gas station on the Miku Highway or call us at 572-6840 or WhatsApp 461-6840 for more information. Night Meds Pharmacy. We are your community med store.
An supposé, ça c'est dernier kwas gloa. Un temps set lisi, tant ka wem ka vini pli long, ek pli wed, ek sous dlo nou ka cheche. Ek la plia ka tobe pli fort, ek pli terib. Ça ka dommage kay nou, ek système glo nou. Mais nous sa changer ça. Nous sa conserver de l'eau et protéger sous de l'eau nous. Chaque petit démarche nous point ça aider. Wasko ka travaille ensemble et puis agent pour manager sous de l'eau et capable mettre pour assurer de l'eau en temps qui ka venir. Mais nous besoin si pauvre. Ensemble, nous sa protéger de l'eau nous, santé nous et assurer de l'eau pour l'autre génération. Un petit pas ça mène gros changement. On nous protéger de l'eau nous et la vie nous pour temps qui ka venir. Pour plus d'informations, visitez wascostlucia.com.
St. Lucia, are you ready? The Kings are back. This August, come experience the excitement of the Republic Bank Caribbean Premier League cricket as the St. Lucia Kings light up the Darren Sammy Cricket Ground. Join us on August 12th, 14th, 16th, 19th and 21st from 7 p.m. Come for the cricket, come for the entertainment, come for the music, the vibes, the food and the unforgettable atmosphere. Bring your friends, bring your family, and wear your King's colors with pride as we defend our home turf. St. Lucia Kings, one nation, one pride. Get your tickets now and be part of the action at the Darren Sammy Cricket Ground.
What, Gasson? What, Gasson? They know you're not there today. Gasson, all my costumes inside there, Gasson. All my fucking costumes inside there for Labrican. What, Gasson? What, Gasson? What, Gasson? Where's your? Gasson, what? Yo! Let's get out.
Heart-wrenching cries of Tina Charles. The place where she housed her mass camp, and I think she had equipment there for beauty salon, etc. Lost to those apparently to the tune of thousands of dollars. And this incident occurring on Carnival Monday. Fire personnel are investigating as to the cause of the fire. In the video you just saw there, she also said that the place did not have electricity. So it's not had as a result of some malfunction, equipment, or because of electricity or anything of that nature that this fire or this incident occurred. So again, we allow the St. Lucia Fire Service to conduct their investigation to find out the cause of that place. But as we've been hearing year after year after year, they do not have the trained personnel, the investigators, fire investigators, to determine the cause of most fires in St. Lucia. So perennially we hear that the police or the St. Lucia Fire Service are investigating. Those investigations never end conclusively for us to find out the cause of such incidents. Let's continue with your calls and WhatsApp messages 452 2979. WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. We check to see if we have a call on the line. In the meantime, we go through some of your WhatsApp messages. I think we have somebody on the line. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Tim.
Bon après-midi, ma Kool-Aid. Saidia.
Well, I think I should buy a cafe out of Muntima.
Saudia?
Débatiment qui coste qui peut moun boy.
Oui, about 3 mois you are hen quoi, mais l'année yon peut-être you pas joindre.
Oui, ça fait ça bon pour la peine et pour la famille.
Oui, oui.
Maman. La peine yo maman, c'est la peine toute maman a c'est pas et puis même si ma connaît yo. Ça c'est vraiment morceau la peine.
Ça aggrave.
Ouais, toi je sais qu'on bail là c'est pour faire qui fait, c'est pas personne qui fait, mais ça avance.
Oui.
Mais moi là, à couteau, toutes les gens moi capitaine voix moi a dit au bon après-midi, monsieur Canada, monsieur Américain, madame l'Angleterre. Pour moi qui a mon bidon, moi ça avec à côté monsieur Sey. Et puis tout ça capitaine voix m'a coulé moi la cachebe. Parce que bon bah bien mais il doit moi une fois du samedi dimanche tout est la tenue. Là je vais me députer là ouvert. Mais moi pas ni poisson mais moi tenir pour tout le monde. On a une messe et continuer à faire travail même si on va pas tous les jours mais bon tous les jours chaleur chaud. Et puis moi là raconter tout ça capable c'est
OK.
Si madame la calé pour la là il lâche.
Non, il parle avec moi aujourd'hui, il parle ici aujourd'hui.
Et bien c'est des fois et puis ma fille c'est les autres ben pasteur ben tout le monde n'attend voyons parce que moi radio station depuis moi connais tout ça il était là moi radio station.
OK.
Il monde qui pas content moi. Yo ka di nga fouye nga oui merci c'est mon lever 4 bon nga oui merci pour c'est là monde da on ba nous pour dire merci.
Oui.
C'est pas sûr on va assurer que tout le monde c'est la money pour merci. On chay mon jalousie quand je ta prend chay da ici.
Ou à connaître.
Moi ba me moi c'est bon faible c'est moi qui non tout le all that time moi yo ba ten voir.
OK. So ça veut dire ou c'est bon faible.
Ah, moi c'est bon faible pas oui hein.
OK, all right.
Moi c'est bon faible, yo pas ça soigner puis moi.
OK, ma Kool-Aid. Merci beaucoup. All right. Thank you so much, Makulit, for that call. WhatsApp message. Somebody says the team agree with the caller 100%. Something tragic happened over the weekend and no one is informing the public. It's like nothing happened at all, although there were deaths. Imagine that a few people say they are just getting to know about the boat accident. That is not good enough. Chuplan, that's according to a WhatsApp message. Some more of your messages. Another person says there, due to the nature of the emergency on the sea, I believe the young men who assisted the stranded people on the water did good. I know the caller and most of us would have rather the appropriate authorities to be there instead to rescue and interview accordingly. But in a situation like that, with people floating underwater and may not be able to swim, you simply just can't wait. This was not a road accident where you may be able to wait for emergency personnel. However, I agree with him. I hope we learn from this situation for the future, according to a WhatsApp message. Try to go through some more of your messages. Somebody says there, based on what I saw from the incident in St. Lucia, the boats involved did not have the required navigation lights for traversing during the evening. On the other hand, the incident in Guyana, some of the bodies recovered after identified were not on the boat manifest. Some more of your messages. Somebody says there, oh, how I love my Kool-Aid. Who done some Kool-Aid? And some more messages to go through. Somebody says that good day. I must applaud the Royal St. Lucia Police Force. They came out in full force for the carnival. Bravo. Okay, another one says there, I blame the government and Port Police or Marine Services for the boat incident. They really need to ensure that the vessels are well equipped and the number of people are regulated. Life jackets, first aid kits, headlights and everything is in order to allow them to operate safely. Do they not inspect these vessels before letting them have such activities and the time they are under waters? This government and the people that are in charge are too slack on the important issues and the safety of this island. 452-2979, WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. Another WhatsApp message, somebody says that Tim, both bodies were recovered. The first one was taken to Soufrière and the other body, Marine police took him to Castries. Okay, unconfirmed, but according to this WhatsApp message, both bodies were recovered. The first one was taken to Soufrière and the other body, Marine police took him to Castries. We're going through as many of your messages as possible. If my memory serves me right, the road is always clean right after Carnival is over into the late night. As by morning, all roads are clean. Backward ever, forward never. Okay. Another WhatsApp message, and somebody has just written, the boat tragedy was very unfortunate. May the souls rest in peace. Our marine or sea laws must be enforced. It is my humble view that there should be constant patrols on the waters. In addition to the marine unit in Castries, consideration should be given to build marine posts in V4, Miku or Dennery, and between Soufrière and Canaries to facilitate patrols. This will certainly make our waters safer against illicit activities. I also experienced Labor Day in New York, and cleanup started as soon as the last band passed. That I have always remembered. So why can't we do the same? Again, according to a WhatsApp message. Okay. We're trying to get another WhatsApp message. Tim, my take on the carnival is different. Mine is some of the soca songs this year. Is there a Ministry of Information? I asked this as some of those tunes should be banned from the airwaves and not allowed to be in competition. For example, that Biscuit song, have you listened to the words? Can we export this song? Shame on us. According to a WhatsApp message, as the woman twerked away on the Bam Bam wall, she seemed completely unfazed by the man's actions. In fact, she appeared to be enjoying herself immensely, lost in her own little world of dance and fun. Let's see if we have some more messages. Somebody says there via WhatsApp, I want to talk about the so-called carnival in St. Lucia. To the woman and man doing this nastiness on the wall, I hope there was nothing in saliva to contaminate the saltfish and nothing wrong with the saltfish to cause throat cancer or other ailments. After eating different brands of saltfish on the Bum Bum Wall, I heard he now holds the name Bum Bum Wall Terrorist. This is not carnival, this is filth, and people take their children to watch this. The men's costumes are usually covered up and decent, but the women expose everything with those skimpy revealing pieces of string wrapped around their bodies. Nothing left to show in the bedroom, and tomorrow they expect to be respected. No class, no shame, no dignity, no morals, and no respect for themselves. Be a good example to the young ones coming up. This is embarrassing and degrading. This is one of the reasons most men do not respect women. Like Penguin sang, what's sweet in goat mouth is sour in the bam bam. That's according to a WhatsApp message. Another one says there, why don't we take accountability for our actions? We have a carnival planning committee. We have a waste management company. At the end of the day, the ministers are at the top of the food chain, but we have people in position that should be able to handle these things. We need to do better as a people. Take pride in your jobs and be proactive. Again, according to a WhatsApp message. Another one says that it is clear that sea transportation is being used. Okay, just lost that message. Once again, 4522979. WhatsApp calls the messages 716-2026, 716-2026. But with regard to Tina Charles, I think everything should be done by you, members of the public. If you can, if you see the necessity to do that, to band together to provide some level of assistance to her. because in that Facebook message that she posted she did say that she had lost equipment and also costumes to the tune of thousands of dollars. It makes no sense for one to just sympathize and commiserate when things of that nature occur. But as a people, we all definitely can come together and determine, try to find out how best we can put our resources together and provide some level of assistance so that she can get back on her feet. Okay, so in such circumstances, just saying I'm sorry and we are concerned and lamenting what transpired is definitely not enough. All right, 452-2979, WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. And let us see if we can go through some more of your messages. Just stand by. Okay, what messages have you sent there? Okay, somebody says there. Okay, I can't go through that one. See if we have another WhatsApp message. In the meantime, we'll see if we have a call on the landline. But somebody says there via WhatsApp message, Tim, just for saying that some will paint you with an old brush, but that is the truth. Okay, another WhatsApp message. Why is Tina being targeted? That's according to a WhatsApp message. We have some more messages coming in. Just let me see if I could glance at them, proofread them quickly before I share it with the rest of the world. Somebody says there, Tim, this morning was a nightmare, and honestly, this is unacceptable. I left my home in the north at 7:45 a.m. and got to Vitbutai at 9:45. That's 2 hours. This is the first time I have encountered that. What is happening in St. Lucia? Again, according to a WhatsApp message. Another WhatsApp message reads, Tim, there are traffic so much this morning. I was annoyed, and then bus drivers refused to use the bus stop was so hot. Or refused to use AC. The buses were so hot. Some more WhatsApp messages. Welcome back. I couldn't wait. Can you please tell Wasco that Upper Monnier has not received water for 2 weeks, and we would appreciate it if they send us some. That's according to a WhatsApp message. Once again, can you please tell Wasco that Upper Monnier has not received water for a fortnight, for 2 weeks, and we'd appreciate it if they send us some. Thanks. Hope you folks at Wasco are listening and paying attention. All right, let's see. Another WhatsApp message. Somebody says, once again, NW, let the daily paid workers know what is going on when it comes to negotiations. We would like to hear also from what year you are negotiating for the workers. WhatsApp message. The quality of the songs, terrible for this year. Again, that's according to a WhatsApp message. All right, more of your calls and your WhatsApp messages and our discussions will continue in just a moment. So please stay with the broadcast.
Advance your career at Lightspark Training with a globally recognized certification. Conveniently located on High Street, Castries, Lightspark offers a wide range of programs to make the most of your career. Certifications in project management, risk management, quality management, marketing, ACC accounting, human resources, Microsoft, Cisco, and IT technician certification, graphic design, web design, and programming. Complete a diploma in accounting in 6 months or a bachelor's degree in just over a year. Call us today at 451-8918 or visit us at www.lightspark.com.
Now is the time to head up. Join us at the Bellevue Hotel Rooftop Lounge for the Rooftop After Work Lime, happening every last Thursday from June through November. We kick things off Thursday, June 25th from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Come through for sunset views, cocktails, good music, great people, and the kind of lime that makes you forget about that work email. Bring your crew, meet somebody new, and enjoy a different seasonal vibe every month. Entry is US $40 per person. Space is limited, so don't get left downstairs. Call 456-1800 to reserve your spot. The Rooftop After Work Lime at Bellevue Hotel. Your new favorite way to end the month.
Every day, the pain is still there. Back, neck, shoulder, hip, chronic arthritis, pain down your leg to your toes, or heel pain when you put your foot on the ground. You've tried many things, but nothing works. Waiting will only make it worse. At La Clinique du Corps, we find the real cause of your pain using advanced MRI scans from head to toes with no radiation for more accurate results. Our specialist doctors provide faster diagnosis and effective treatment. Less pain, better movement, better life. All insurances accepted. Call now before it gets worse. 451-6559, that's 451-6559, or WhatsApp 721-9950. WhatsApp 721-9950. La Clinique du Corps. Stop suffering. Start living.
We ready for the road. We ready for the road. We First National. Your next move bold. We ready for the road. We ready for the road. We First National. Your next move bold. Get ready for your next ride with the drive ahead from First National Bank. Enjoy up to 100% financing and rock bottom interest rates on new vehicle loans. Because we're not only here for you, we're driving ahead. We're ready for the road. We First National Bank. Your next move bold. Visit one of our partner dealerships, any First National Bank branch, or firstnationalbankonline.com today. Promotion runs through November 30th. Terms and conditions apply.
Are you looking for premium quality, frozen fresh at an unbeatable price? Visit Kenty's today, your one-stop shop for wholesale and retail liquor and frozen foods. Now fully stocked with chicken wings, chicken legs, chicken necks, pigtails, turkey wings, and so much more. Visit Kenty's on Chaussee Road today or give them a call at 461-3446. Kenty's, frozen fresh, great prices, and service you can trust.
Lucilec kaveti ou pour point précaution durant saison cyclone ça là. Mi un petit commission qui kaywen de ou protéger la vie ou ek propriétaire ou. Priez Lucilec avant ou trim et bien couper pied bois qui pouet ligne électrique. Veillez pour ligne courant électrique avant ou monter l'échelle. Fait assurer l'échelle, scaffold et bout d'outil ou ka servi pas venir moins qui 10 pieds hors ligne courant électrique. Pas jamais servi appliance et ben outils qui ka servi courant électrique. Des wall côté qui mouillé et ben en la pli. Ça c'était en commission hors Lucilec.
Exceeding your expectations is what we strive for at Lazarus Funeral Home. Losing a loved one isn't something you can foresee. Since the beginning, affordability has been one of our priorities. Every day we're proving that burials don't have to be expensive. If cost is a factor in your time of bereavement, call Lazarus Funeral Home. We have coffins starting at $800 plus taxes. Nothing can cause more disappointment than poor quality. Help us help you keep your last memory of your loved one sacred. Make it special. Make it Lazarus Funeral Home, your friend in a time of need. Located at Bibliothèque Castries at 452-7491 and New Dock Road V4 at 454-6555.
Stop paying full price. With Flow, you can slash your bill in half. You heard right. Cut your mobile bill in half when you add mobile to internet. That's the most reliable Wi-Fi at home. Plus, all the data you need on the go. So don't wait. Double your connection and double your value for half the price. Add mobile to internet today. Visit in-store or online at discoverflow.co for more details.
St. Lucia, are you ready? The Kings are back. This August, come experience the excitement of the Republic Bank Caribbean Premier League cricket as the St. Lucia Kings light up the Darren Sammy Cricket Ground. Join us on August 12th, 14th, 16th, 19th and 21st from 7 p.m. Come for the cricket, come for the entertainment, come for the music, the vibes, the food and the unforgettable atmosphere. Bring your friends, bring your family, and wear your King's colors with pride as we defend our home turf. St. Lucia Kings, one nation, one pride. Get your tickets now and be part of the action at the Darren Sammy Cricket Ground.
The very popular Catch a Day is back, and the buzz is going around like a busy bee. And it makes sense because customers are guaranteed 15% off on all Kasha machines. People have been itching to hear this news, and it's finally here. The dates, August 28th and 29th, 2026. The place is Europa Hardware in Massad. The event is Catch a Day for the fathers, men and ladies too. Everyone wants to pay less and get more. This is your time. Vacuum cleaners, pressure washers, steam cleaners, upholstery cleaners, carpet cleaners, floor scrubbers, and more. Don't say if I knew. Now you know. 452-0763 Europa.
Epic Events and Events St. Lucia presents St. Lucia Mercury Fest Weekend, August 14th to 16th. A unique crossover event linking the English and French Caribbean. Saturday, Mercury Fest at Pigeon Island Beach featuring Meryl, Fanny J, DJ MJ, and top regional DJs. Sunday, the Boca Run along St. Lucia's spectacular West Coast for a chance to win 5,000 euros. Tickets available at fourcirclestickets.com, bzook.com, The Cell, and 6 Car Rental in the Rodney Bay Marina. Follow us on social media. St. Lucia Mercury Fest Weekend, supported by St. Lucia Tourism Authority.
This is the most monitored talk show in the world. Somebody's asking in the chat room via Facebook, where are the jet skis provided by Philip J. Pierre? All over the weekend, I think on Saturday and also today, former government minister, former MP for Castries Central, Sarah Feldbobra, she has been out there mounting a one-woman protest action or protest march, if you want to call it that, calling for the resignation of the island's housing minister and MP for Castries Central, Richard Frederick. Today, she is over in Soufrière. So you could see there via Facebook and YouTube, she's at the front, and at the back is her United Workers' Party colleague, and that is Laura Noel in the back there, and they're joined by a third person over in Soufrière, mounting their protest action. Also, over in Kokodan, that area there, you know that the cows were transferred to that part of the island from the Shock area. Yes, cattle were transferred to that area there because they are a nuisance to road users. Well, they continue to perish because the conditions under which they are existing there certainly is one that is cause for tremendous concern. I think the conditions are unbearable, so as a result of that, they are perishing. The first cattle perished on Saturday. One cow perished on Saturday. And another cow perished on Monday. That's Carnival Monday. So while you are having fun out there, enjoying yourselves during Carnival 2026, and of course, nothing sweeter than that, it was hard going for the cattle. One perished on Saturday, as I said before, and the other perished on Carnival Monday. What we'll do, we'll take at least one call and try to go through some of your WhatsApp messages, and then we'll conclude our broadcast. Let's see if we have some more of your messages to go through. And one such message reads, let me first say, I don't condone the actions of our former Calypso King, Desrol. However, I need to ask of the many pics and videos of women engaging in rather questionable behavior circulating on social media right now. Who gave them permission to do so? This seems to be conveniently wrong depending on who the individual at the helm is. I believe in fairness, and I don't think Desrol's treatment was fair given the photos and videos now making the rounds. That is according to a WhatsApp message. We have another message, and this one reads, I'm sorry to hear about the boat accident. May their souls rest in peace. I would like to say, how could women in St. Lucia expect men to respect them if they are on the auction block, Bum Wall, showing everything they should hold dear? As a woman, I think we could have a great time jumping up without that reprehensible behavior. Women, get your act together. Otherwise, there will continue to be more abuse towards women in general. That's according to a WhatsApp message. See if we have another one. Tim, our carnival is now X-rated. Feds will soon have to be an age limit to view. It will soon have to be an age limit to view our carnival. Another WhatsApp message. This one reads, there is a tremendous need for a fireboat with equipment on board. These victims could have been treated on the scene since we depend on tourism. What could have happened if a tourist boat encountered a major problem on the sea, on St. Lucian waters, or on the port itself? Again, according to a WhatsApp message. 452-2979, your WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. Okay, let's see there if we have some more of your messages to go through, and we'll take a final call in just a moment, so please stand by for that. But Father Albert, during a sermon on Sunday, said, well, you could go out there, have a good time, wine, etc., but after that, it is okay to go to church.
I did an interview, I think Thursday or Friday, with Hot 7, and I was asked the question whether after people have jumped up carnival, they are welcome back to the church. And I said yes, because the church is the hospital for sinners. Many St. Lucians have jumped and condemned me, and what they have not said is what they have not remembered. I need to remind us that we do not define what Christianity is about. We do not define who God is and how God dispenses his mercy. With the Lord there is mercy and plentiful redemption. And we need to listen, we need to be careful, because many people, because I said that, they are busy condemning what I said. Yes, after you have sinned, you are welcome. God forgives us after we have sinned. It is not me who said it. The scripture said it this morning. After we have sinned, repentance is given. Mercy is shown, because guess what? God forgives us once, twice, 3, 4, 9,900 times. His forgiveness is limitless to us. And if God's mercy is limitless to us, who are we to withhold mercy from other human beings? And that is one of the reasons this country is in the state that it is today. Because a lot of us want to play God. We want to hold mercy from people. We want to hold forgiveness from people. That is not your business. And I will say it again, after people have jumped their carnival, they are welcome to come back to the church.
Father Albert preaching on Sunday. Let's turn our attention now to our NewsSpin question of the day. The NewsSpin question of the day: what if Health Minister Moses Jean-Baptiste does not open St. Jude Hospital in July as promised? What if Health Minister Moses Jean-Baptiste does not open St. Jude Hospital in July as promised? That is something that we'll be exploring during the course of this month, because it did promise that the hospital would be commissioned in July. And we are in July, the 22nd day of the month. We have our NewsSpin news of the day. The NewsSpin news of the day, it reads: rattlesnake hiding under Amazon package bites California toddler. Rattlesnake hiding under Amazon package bites California toddler. That's the NewsSpin news of the day. And of course, that is the broadcast. Thank you so much for watching and listening to another edition of the world's most monitored talk show. Don't forget to like the video, share, subscribe to the NewsSpin YouTube channel, and click the notification bell to help the NewsSpin YouTube channel grow. My name is Timothy Poleon. Goodbye.